Hey, what's up everyone? We're back with another reaction video, and today we're going to be reacting to Too Fancy, Too Furious Wine by the Internet Historian.
Let's go! Yeah, historian. It's been a minute.
Haven't done this in a minute.
A while, yeah.
Yeah, so we're kind of excited to see what he has in store for us, and
Always.
let's just get right into the video.
Heck yeah, 29 minutes, 32 seconds.
Oh, the music.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
there it is.
Fella. I want to
Hi.
tell you a secret.
Okay.
I'm just like you.
Wow.
Oh wow,
We're both down here in the dirt. Mine.
We're chilling in the dirt.
Important.
I'm in Italy.
You
Oh,
are
wow.
fighting in traffic, and I am fighting charges of trafficking. We're so
Oh,
similar.
wow.
You're working a 9 to 5 job, and I
Of trafficking.
am having to look at that.
That's you.
We're both
Okay.
So don't hate me.
Okay.
I'm not the problem. It's the wine snobs. They're
Snobs.
the ones that
Oh.
look down on you.
The
Okay.
one snob.
Good
And
clip to
frankly,
use.
I don't blame him.
Oh.
No, he's learning. Listen, let me pull you up by your bootstraps.
Okay.
What if I
Okay.
made you my little Pygmalion?
Oh, I'm wearing a dress.
Pygmalion.
Reference that you wouldn't get.
I get
You know
it.
what? Perhaps I shall make a series of videos that will give you some sort of clue about fancy things. Yes, that's what I'll do. Something to give you just enough information to bluff your way through a fancy dinner.
Did you know that Da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa?
Somebody had to hold open the
Oh
gates
my
for the
God.
barbarians.
That's,
Why
he's
not
real
me?
for that one.
So let's do it. Let's look at
What?
wine.
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 The
Okay.
Mountain Dew of upper
I love wine.
society.
Yeah, you like Mountain Dew wine?
Wine, there is only one
Okay, I
rule.
didn't know that.
Kill or be
No. I'm the
Why?
courier.
And if you want to survive the night, here are 6 things you should know about wine.
Okay, let's get it.
Let's see.
Okay.
It smells. What?
To you,
Yeah, you're supposed to smell it, right?
the
Wiggle
words
it
on
around.
these bottles must seem
You
like
can
a
if you want.
mystery.
Ooh, Pinot Noir.
But us landlords, we, the pink Himalayan salt of the earth, we know what they mean. They are grape names. Look upon this grapevine. It makes grape berries.
Grape.
Now, there are many different species of grape berry. And whatever the berry species is will determine the type of wine. This is Chardonnay, so it will make Chardonnay. Merlot,
love
Okay.
Chardonnay.
they make Merlot wine.
Never
Grape
had
names are
it.
mostly French. Gross. But for example, in English, Pinot
gross.
Noir means black pine, because it kinda looks like a black pine cone if you squint.
Yeah.
Here's some of the other names you
Oh.
can cause it. I'm busy.
There is
Wine
so
grapes are
much.
not like the kind you get at the supermarket. Those are table grapes. You can think of it kind of like the difference between cooking chocolate and regular chocolate. You can eat them, but they're overly sugary and kind of full of seeds and just not as nice to snack on. So the
Right.
grape type is the main word on the bottle.
They were learning
but
so much.
sometimes there are other
We are.
words as well. For example, this Bourgogne.
Bourgogne.
What the hell is a Chablis? It's
Chablis.
all regions. Allow me to explain.
Okay.
Through the medium of song.
No.
Oh shit.
There.
I didn't know this was a Disney thing.
Also, there's
Oh my
Belgium,
God.
Belgium, This one's from Italy. This one's from Italy. This one's from France. This one's from France. This one's from France. This
Oh,
one's
That's
Jesus.
heat. That's
from
heat.
France. We're Italy. Look, the
That's all
general
it is.
This is like
rule-
Animaniacs.
You don't
Yes.
understand. It's probably just the French or the Italians being all la-dee-da about their particular region. All right, let's move on to price.
This one's in
Come on,
France. This
I know
is
a
in
place.
France.
We're here. I can tell by the name on the sign.
Jesus Christ.
Leah.
I didn't bring my ID. Fiddle TD, look at all these bottles. So many options. Ooh, a cheeky $200 bottle.
Wow.
And here,
That's a Stella Rosa
a
bottle.
$20 bottle.
Oh hell yeah.
Now, I bet this $200
How about the
bottle
$20
is
one?
way better, right?
I'm
No.
sure.
Like it's got to be 10 times better than this one. That's just basic math. Go on, though. You choose one.
I.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
Well, it was supposed to be a trick question, but they both taste pretty similar, right? There's not some threshold that you get to. where it
$1
gets more
wine,
expensive,
$10
and then it
wine.
tastes better, and then more expensive again, and it tastes even better until it gets so expensive and so incredible that it's like nothing you've ever had before.
That'd be a trip.
Break through the conditioning. This is just old grape juice. Now, if you're a little bi-curious about a more expensive bottle, sure, why not?
One-time effort.
Graced the label, hand engraved by goldsmiths. Famed wine critics described the taste as mind-boggling.
But
Boggle.
after about $60, the flavor doesn't get much better. In fact, it plateaus out and it can even go down.
Oh.
The best quality
Wow.
to price ratio is all the way over here, much lower, about $20. That's how much you should spend on a bottle of
20
wine.
to 50.
Okay.
Some people will say,
that I'm putting my heart and soul into this thing.
Okay.
Oh my
I'm
god.
making an art, a form of art.
Yes, sir.
How much
Okay.
is that worth? How much is art worth?
A lot.
about
$20. That's right.
Ah, but what about the Vintage?
The Vintage. Yeah.
Romulant Slendernex. And they're the same price as well. But this one is
Vintage.
from 2019, and this one is from 2022. Well, surely the older one is the better one.
Yes.
No.
right?
No.
I know this one. No.
No. Many people
No,
think
it doesn't
that
age.
wine aging goes like this, and the flavor just keeps getting better over time.
Nope.
The wine at the store has already been aged at the winery. I don't need to be more aged by sitting on this shelf and just collecting dust. Or spending years at the back of your pantry at home.
Right, they've already
If
been
I'm for
aged.
sale, I'm ready to be consumed.
That'd be
Ready
wild
to
if people
have
actually
your
thought,
hot
like, yeah,
lips
they
wrapped
aged in the
around.
store.
In fact, the general rule goes a corked bottle should be drunk within 5 years and a capped bottle within 1 year.
Yeah.
Come, there's more. Let's pretend I am a waiter at a restaurant. You happen to be wearing a shirt, and so I have mistaken you as a paying customer. As a waiter,
Right.
the first thing I
Okay.
will press you about will be food pairings.
Okay.
White wine with fish, a Merlot with pork.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
kid, I'm gonna have to pair this truth nugget with
Yo.
something you don't want to hear.
Facts and
Truth
logic.
nugget doesn't really matter. It's all completely
I'd imagine.
subjective. It's cuisine by horoscope. It's food astrology. Pay no attention to the sommeliers in the comment
The F
section.
is this?
They are bullshitting to upsell.
Get the more expensive one. It goes better with the spaghetti.
Or they are a Pisces and you shouldn't trust their opinion anyway.
Oh.
Something else
Jesus
to
Christ.
expect at a
F 'em.
restaurant? Expect to get ripped off by the markup. Most restaurants add a 250 to 300% markup on their wine.
Jesus.
And the cheaper the bottle, the higher the proportional markup tends to be. So
Jeez.
a $20 bottle will turn into an $80 bottle.
Hell
$100
nah.
bottle may only rise to 150. Most people get the second cheapest bottle on the menu, regardless of the pairing, and that'll do just fine. And that's it. No more tips. Unless you want to leave me one.
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, I got a fucking tip for you, mate. Ad time.
Oh.
No.
Oh no.
We didn't want to tip
Oh,
them.
no.
In my knee. That's because I became the face of Cogni, the service that helps you be forgotten on the internet.
That's pretty
I
good.
used to be a humble florist. One day
Wow.
we received a shipment of forget-me-nots. But inexplicably I fell in and ate a bunch of them.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Forgot
gosh.
everything that day. My address,
You're
my
so
web
dumb.
browsing habits, where I work,
Occupation.
my child's face looked like. I was supposed to pick him up from daycare, so that was kind of embarrassing. I just picked one of the kids that kind of looks like me. Close enough. Have you ever signed up for some dodgy website? Have you ever dodged up for a legitimate website and they sell all your details onto a dodgy website? That's where I come in. Incognito.
I love that scream.
I got these cogs in my knees.
There are data miners out there, data collectors, creating big servers all around the world.
RuneScape
They take your
password.
name, your
True.
address, and your IP. And together they make a big profile, and that lives forever.
God, was that
I'm
Mr.
here to
Beast?
send
Okay.
them annoying legal notices to tell them to f*** off. Take Steve off your database. European law this, American law that. Go to incogni.com/internet store to get 60% off an annual plan. The cog signal.
Wow.
I swoop into the data centers.
My man has so much fun making these ads, though.
You know he does.
Who are you? I don't know.
He forgot.
Ingnokni Nam. Go to incogni.com/internet historian.
Ignore me, man.
Ah, Incogni Man. Remember me?
Oh god, they're gonna fight.
Oh no.
No.
No. That's crazy.
Ooh, that's a good deal. Welcome
That's
to the
so
Wine
funny.
Underground.
Okay.
We have our meetings here because it stays at a very pleasant temperature. You know, us wine masons, we control everything. We are few, but many. That doesn't make sense. Look at the back of this bottle. See the No Fat Chicks logo?
Ow.
We
Oh
put that
my
there.
gosh.
It is the symbol
Okay.
of our
Yes, sir.
organization. We have
No.
a dirty symbol.
Not the
We
call.
control government and corporation
no pregnant.
stuff. If you cross us, oops,
Oops.
perhaps you'll have a little accident. Last year, Little Upstart tried to make wine actually taste good. You know, like how grape soda
Yes,
does.
sir. Great
Cut
crush.
him up so good he had to get stitches. We caught one reporter trying to dig around into our operations. We all know how that one ended.
No.
With an
No.
airstrike. All right, my little.
With an airstrike is
I'm going to let
crazy.
you in on a secret. Why is champagne called champagne? Well, I'll tell you.
The grapes,
It
right?
all began in 1668.
No.
The Abbey of Saint
Not the
Peter,
Borel.
Northeast France.
Of
There's
forest
something
OST.
spooky going on. It's springtime. And in the cellar where they keep all the wine,
Solo Sender?
bottles would suddenly, unexpectedly, explode. Now, this was especially common during morning mass. Ho ho, that's a bad omen. Sometimes the explosions would cause little chain reactions, and bottle after bottle
Oh my god, I'd be
would break
heated.
down the line, ruining
I
the
know.
majority of the crop. The peasants were frightened and also parched.
Sacre Blue, lay wine. What is happening?
Sacre Blue Le Wine. You can't.
Lay wine is cursed.
Like wine.
Anger at us.
My God.
In walks Dom Perignon. He is just
Okay.
the man for the job. A Benedictine
Dom.
monk at the Abbey. He's got a new role, the cellar master. And it's his mission to find out what the hell is going on here. So Dom starts looking at all the bottles. And what he figures out pretty quickly is that the wine itself is releasing gas. The
Yeah.
gas builds up pressure and... Why that is happening, he doesn't know. But it's his job to stop it. So he gets to work, trying all sorts of things to stop his mortal enemy. The bubbles.
Right.
In the first year, he tried insisting that only the youngest grapes be picked.
Perhaps this will stop your bubbles.
And it didn't. The
No.
next year, he changed up how the grapes were pressed.
Push harder. We'll squeeze out the bubbles.
Son of a bitch.
Ha.
He tried picking the grapes very early in the morning and no other time. Nope. And on and on. The bubbles would win the battle every year for 8 long years.
My man been at it for a long
All
time.
sorts of different things.
Yeah.
job.
Oh my god.
And no strategy worked. No, the bubbles.
The bubbles.
The bubbles.
Almost giving up. Until one day, hey, what if the wine is still fermenting? So he takes a couple of the bottles and he opens them and, it is. We ferment the wine. Once it's done, it goes into the bottle. How does it then start fermenting again? How is that possible? And here
Right.
the mystery was solved. So it turns out, in North France, they have very fast changing seasons. And owing to that, the yeast doesn't actually get time to do its job. Instead, it would get cold very quickly in the winter, and all the yeast would go dormant. Then the winemakers would go, oh, brilliant, fermentation slowed down, it must be done. They would then bottle it,
Right.
and they would store it. But once summer came back around, the process would spring back to life, and carbon dioxide would build up, and...
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
he thinks. I cannot change the climate. Perhaps I shall not win the war against the bubbles. Now, the bubbles are his enemy, and he has another enemy. The English.
Yes, sir.
No! Enemy of his enemy or something.
Sun Tzu, the art of war.
And he goes,
God.
hey, how do you guys stop your bottles from exploding? And the British go,
You what, mate? Cool. Well, peep at how thin the bloody glass be in it. Thin glass is the problem. Thank you
Thin
for
glass.
using this test as speech preview. For a paid version, please
Shut up.
See, the English have created
Oh my
new
God.
coal-fired bottles with much thicker glass. Then they put a cork in the top, and it
That is
allows
so
them to
funny.
make very foamy beer. That's right. He could just use thicker bottles, and he won't have to worry about stopping the bubbles at all. So Dom goes running back to France. He's
the
panting,
gas.
he's sweating, and there's bits of brie on his shirt. He's going,
No.
better bottles, better bottles. Everyone's confused and terrified, but they give it a shot. And there it was. The people of France loved
There it
it.
was.
I love this new style.
Even
It's
the
gonna be a
French
crazier
royals were
explosion.
enjoying
I know,
new
right?
TM. He even started adding extra yeast and sugar to really get the bubbles going.
Oh man, I
So
became
Dom
bubble
Professor.
crazy.
created
Jesus
what we call
Christ.
Today, champagne.
Oh, no wonder
The
it
19th
pops
century
out like
marketing
that.
Campaign that says the moment he uncorked his champagne for the first time, he tried it and said, come quickly, I am tasting the stars." But that's actually a myth. He never really said that.
What?
He never
There's
tasted the
still a
stars
problem,
either.
and this one, Dom cannot fix. The pulp. If you bottle wine while it's still fermenting, so that you can keep the bubbles in, you're also trapping in a bunch of dead yeast and debris and gross particles too. Also,
Okay.
it's all cloudy. No, we want it clear. We want it crystal looking. How will we ever solve this problem? Dom
Ow.
dies.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Okay.
1805,
That's the
in
problem
walks
solved.
Madame Clicquot. She's just the man for the job.
I'm also French.
Okay.
I have come
Oh.
to remove all the little beats. I will clench my teeth together and get you back into the bottle.
Now, Madame
Okay.
Clicquot was a very shrewd lady. Her husband died when she was in her early 20s,
My husband
No.
is dead. Lol.
and part of
Lol.
my
Get
God.
wrecked.
included a winery. She
Not
immediately
lol.
got to work, making it into a successful business.
I shall invent a process called lay riddling.
Here's what you do, right?
Lay
You put these
riddling.
bottles on a rack at a 35-degree angle with the top facing down.
Yeah.
Every 2 days, she would give the bottle a little shake and slightly increase the angle. After 8 to 10 weeks, all of the sediment would come to rest in the neck of the bottle. All right, quick tangent. Did you know that when you increase the salt concentration in water, you can drop its temperature down much lower without it freezing?
Yeah.
Tangent over.
Okay, that
Takes
was
the
not a
sub-zero
tangent.
Thanks,
salt
man.
water,
Thank you.
Dips the neck of the bottle in there, then lets it sit until the neck freezes. Now you have a sort of frozen cork filled with all of the gross pulp, and then
Right.
you simply pop off the top. And the whole thing goes shooting out as a fun prank for your friends and family. Then they add in a little more extra base
That's
wine
very
and sugar
smart.
and leave it to age. And with that, Clicquot has just created a clear, sparkling wine. And that is Ridley. And Madame Clicquot is...
Oh my.
The Riddler.
So Dom Perignon and Madame Clicquot
Okay.
What is this?
godfather and godmother of champagne.
I kind of love
Madame
this.
Clique brands are owned by LVMH.
Ah, I'd like to try the
That
brands.
owns Louis Vuitton.
Can I go on a
Tango,
wine tasting
Tequila,
tour?
Hennessy.
Please.
Pretty much
I love
every
wine.
brand, but
I don't drink
why is
wine,
it
but I'll do
called
it.
Champagne. Well,
I
that's
love
'cause it comes
champagne,
from the
though.
Champagne region, you dummy. And anything else with bubbles is just sparkling wine.
Me.
And a part, is that it?
And the
Okay, it's
part-
not, it's not.
No. We're still going.
Oh, it's you.
That's smooth.
Just looking out.
I'd
over
love
the
to live
sunset.
there. It's so
You
pretty.
know how it is. Thinking
Yeah.
about stuff
That internet
Yeah.
sedge.
in the past.
Yeah.
I remember it all too well. It was literally 1984.
Oh my god.
Jesus, how old are you?
I was walking home with my parents from the opera.
Oh, here we go.
This is not a Batman
Let's
story.
take a little
It is.
shortcut, they said.
Ain't no way.
Walking down a well-lit alleyway. It was nothing
Well
but
lit.
quaint restaurants and bistros. Then suddenly, a man holding a bottle of Shiraz came out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
Mr. Tipple, he said. I was terrified. I knew nothing about wine. Go on, he said. My hands were shaking, knees
Oh
weak,
no. Don't do
arms
it.
heavy.
No.
Complex aroma, wouldn't you say? Ooh, very good tannins. Oh, really? Yep. What's a tannin? I don't know.
Oh my god.
The deep voice.
My parents died from embarrassment. Right
Sag.
Jesus Christ.
Mommy.
They died of courage and embarrassment.
It's too late for me, but I don't want the same thing to happen to you.
Thank you.
That's why we have to learn about how to serve wine.
Yo!
Okay.
Yes.
So you've bought a bottle of wine to show your friends and family
Yeah.
how successful and sophisticated you are. Did you know that Da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Through how to
Oh my
serve
God.
the big three: white, red, and champagne. Let's say you
Yep.
bought champagne.
Oh no, watch out!
Oh no.
That bottle
Oh.
goes in the fridge. Champagne is served cold always. To open
Okay.
it, peel off the foil and do not aim it at your face.
Death.
Then twist off the metal thing. If you want people to think you're fancy, use the proper word, muselet.
Muselet.
It helps to contain
Muselet.
pressure.
Muesli.
Don't aim this thing at your face.
Dead.
It's really worth repeating. The PSI inside a champagne bottle is 70 to 90.
Damn.
Puts it in the
Ouch.
same league as a nail gun.
Ouch.
So the cork comes out at about 50 miles an hour. And if you're in a
Oh
house,
my God.
you want to hold onto it very firmly with your hand. If you're Bezos, or you just won the Grand Prix, fling it over some ladies.
Okay.
But if you want to be really
Yes.
fancy, you can use...
Not all are powerful.
But think,
Oh shit.
this has been a tradition for a couple hundred years, popularized by Napoleon. After each victory, the army would use their sabers to crack one open for the boys. But the sword's just ceremonial. You can use pretty much any blunt object to knock off the top. A phone, a shoe, this
A
fish.
phone would be scary.
A fish head.
It's
Oh
cold,
my.
It shouldn't fizz over too much, but you might want to have someone on the side with a ready glass. The
Explosion.
glass type should either be a tulip or a flute. Although,
Yep.
if you've seen The Great Gatsby,
Brings an actual
you may
flute.
notice that they use these. Up until the mid-1900s, people used coupes. That's because, back in the day, excessive effervescence wasn't very cool. So these cups helped actually dispel the bubbles faster. In fact, sometimes they'd even use a small whisk or a fork to dissipate all the bubbles.
That's wild.
Now, there's actually an old myth that the shape and size of the coupe was molded from one of Marie Antoinette's buboes.
Hey, perfect.
That's probably not true.
Or
Okay.
is it? Yes.
Eventually,
Neighbor.
it became a fancy feature, so
He's
the
real
flute
for
was
that
a-
one.
They can be made from glass, but preferably they're
That
made
was
from
amazing.
crystal, so that they shimmer as much as possible. And the best flutes would also feature a small rough spot right there at the center of the glass at the bottom to create a sort of tornado of bubbles. Anyway, as you pour, tilt sideways so it isn't all head, and don't pour more than 2/3 full.
Okay.
White wine. White wine is best served chilled too.
Oh my god, I was in
10 to
reverse.
15 degrees though, not fridge cold. Use a small glass bowl and pour to about half full. And when you drink, do a little sniff test and
Yeah.
aerate it a bit. Then hold it down low on the stem so your hands don't heat up the liquid. If it's not to your taste, cut it with 50% Sprite and add a few ice cubes.
Oh my god.
Done.
Perfect.
Rinse.
That's it. Easy.
Red
Wine
wine.
is not chilled. It is served at room temperature. When you first open it, you're supposed to let it sit for a while to oxidize. That gives it more
Okay.
flavor. Although, if you don't want to wait, you can just pour it into a decanter. That does the same thing. To drink from, we want a big bowl on a stick.
A
So you get
decanter.
a full face of the aromas of the grape blood.
Man, sniffing that
When you
hard.
pour the thing, you
Yeah.
make about 1/3 full. That's pretty much it. However, when it comes to wine snobbery, red wine snobbery is at the top of the Maslow hierarchy.
Crushed white rock. It's like almost like a rock quarry.
Oh my god, shut up.
Exactly.
And there's a taste testing thing that people do, and it'll go a bit mental, and it's kind of gross, and it looks dumb. But if you think
Oh
you're
yeah,
ready,
a lot of
ready
them
for the
spit it
ultimate
out, right?
test, ready to take the one-chip challenge of enology.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Then here's how you do it. When the waiter comes over, insist on taking a teensy sample. Inspect for color, clarity, and legs. Legs refers to how viscous the wine is. Smell it.
Wow.
Smells like a red wine.
Ah.
Swirl it around on the table, making a loud scratching noise, so that everyone knows you're a connoisseur.
Swirling the wine glass is almost like turning up the volume on the stereo.
When you taste it, you're supposed to get it over every part of your mouth, so that when you brush your teeth later, it's awful. Then take in big sips of air. This is where you
There's too much steps.
And taste. Complex notes! You yell across the room. Now this is the best part. You can just make shit up about vanilla smatterings or citrusy undercurrents. I swear, there's a hint of blueberry. It's one of those things that's kinda true, but subjective enough that no one can really refute you. So make a big show of it.
There is a little bit of an earthiness, almost a graphite clay note to this.
It's a little bit meaty. It's a little bit sort of rustic.
There are definitely hints here of Monster Ultra
Meaty
sugar-free.
and rustic.
If this is a taste test, and
I don't think
you
I'd ever be a
doesn't
wine
like
enjoyer.
You want to
I
spit
think
out
I
the
would.
sample into this gross bucket so you don't get too drunk. Do not ask the waiter if you can drink from the bucket. It's the waiter's privilege, and he's very protective.
Oh my god.
And that
Okay.
is how to serve.
Jesus.
Okay,
That's so
a lot of shitting
gross.
on wine people.
And we shouldn't get bullied.
But let me do a quick 180.
We shouldn't get
Because
bullied.
Overall, wine is good. And a little
Okay.
wine snobbery can
Wine
be
is
also.
good.
Being into wine is one of the great dad hobbies.
Moms are
One day
invited
you will
too.
have a modern train set in your basement, complete with a little walking path and the grass just right. The best part about
Perfect.
this hobby is building the thing, getting it just perfect, and then making people sit there while you explain the little train in
True.
excruciating detail of how they work.
That's
Now, fun of
fantastic. That's so
Warhammer,
funny.
That's when you save up
Warhammer.
Yes.
Space Marine Man.
Oh,
take him
yo!
out of the packet. You put on a podcast with some Warhammer in the background,
Of all the Primarchs, Horus is the best kisser.
and you slowly paint
Well,
it yourself.
best
And then you argue
kisser?
with your
That's
mates later about why the
crazy.
Necrophiles
That's
are
hype,
the best
though.
race. There are people that spend
Necrophile.
like tens of thousands of dollars on coffee machines and equipment, and then it takes like
Oh,
an hour
yeah.
to make a coffee, and it's like only 5% better
A latte.
than the ones you get at the cafe. Now I could be Mr. Killjoy and come in and go, "What's the point of that? Why not just buy it from the cafe? Why not just get a pre-painted Space Marine? Why not
Right.
have someone else just install the train set?" But then there's no ceremony, there's no fun, there's no hobby.
Absolutely
Wine is
true.
very-
There's no
They're
purpose.
getting a little bit
We're gonna
too
have a
obsessive about the thing.
Space Marine
And
building
being
set.
like,
Some lemon zest
Video.
as well, lemon pith.
Lemon.
is
Lemon.
the purpose of wine.
Super
It's the
tangy.
fun of
Tastes like a
wine,
cookie.
Which is why
Tastes like
wine
a-
is better than just some old
Got a hint of cookie.
And you
Oh.
fucking
Hint of an
wine
Oreo in here.
snobs. You know what? You're all right.
Okay.
The
Oh, wow.
And that's about it. There's just one last thing left. The
What is
practical.
it?
Come on, my little nouveau biche. I booked out a whole restaurant. They serve some of the best blue whale caviar here.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You sat through the
Blue
whole
whale
video
caviar?
without crying.
Is that a thing?
I
That's
think
not a
this
thing.
calls for a toast.
Cut your finger off.
Whoop.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
No.
You managed to get him out of the
I feel like
restaurant
we're
without
becoming
anybody
close friends
saying?
who can keep secrets.
He's too fancy.
And because we're such close friends, I'm going to keep teaching you things. That's right. You're going to be just like me.
Oh,
Good.
I didn't make it
I
scary.
cannot tell which of this is blood and which wine. By the way, this
That-
is the second video. If you haven't seen the first one, which is on Fancy at the Theatre.
Theater.
Yeah.
Yes.
We watched that one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
we did.
There's also Fancy, the Arts on Incognito. That's already live. And there's the next Incognito on its way.
Oh?
Do not forget story mode. Do not forget incogni. And do not forget to dream.
Okay.
I won't forget the dream.
That was awesome.
That was funny.
Crazy. I swear to God. That was like... for some reason, I didn't know I needed to watch it until I watched it.
Oh, that's mandatory, that video right there.
Oh my God.
You have to know, bro, about wine.
Yes, wine.
A lot of interesting facts, though, about wine, honestly.
Which is good in a funny way, though. So
yeah, he always makes it really funny.
There's one thing.
Go ahead.
There's one thing I don't know if it's true. I've heard that red wine is only used when you're eating red meat to cut the fattiness of the meat whenever you.
I've heard of that too.
I don't know if this kind of debunks it, but
no, I mean you don't have to only drink it with red meat, but I've heard that before.
Man, dude, imagine drinking red wine with white meat. That's crazy.
Oh, God forbid.
God forbid that.
No, sir.
Red wine with chicken.
That's more of a Chardonnay thing, Cuddy.
Chardonnay.
Dang. So are you two wine drinkers?
I'm you know, I haven't really drunk much wine. I mean, I drank wine from church, right? Let's be real here, but I want to get into them. That's something I've actually wanted to do for years. I've always wanted to like have some to drink generally, but I've wanted to kind of be a taster, maybe a connoisseur, not a snob.
You'd be a snob,
right?
100%.
I'd be a snob. That's
You'd be 100%.
it.
Oh, Cody, you don't drinking the wine with your meat,
right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a big wine guy. I've tasted a bunch of different wines. I don't like dry wine. Dry wine feels like.
Bro, is it why? Also, I've always wondered, why is it called dry wine?
Well, when you taste it, it's like your mouth just gets dehydrated. It just feels like it gets dehydrated of all moisture.
Okay, okay.
That's how it feels like. But I'm more of a sweet wine guy. I like red wine. I like champagne, white, but it just has to be in the sweeter types. And if it's dry, it just feels like I'm drinking the desert.
Ah, that's crazy.
Okay,
drinking actual grains of sand.
That's weird. That a liquid just makes your mouth dry.
It just tastes so dry. Maybe it's like really high in alcohol that it just feels like it just
probably just absorbs. It probably absorbs your saliva.
Yes, I think that's it.
And then that's probably it. Not sure. I don't really drink wine. All the wines I drank, I did not care for at all. Granted, I don't even care for alcohol. So, yeah, that's just me. I just don't drink that stuff. But hey, I'm down to go on a little wine tasting thing. You guys
me too, bro. Me too.
Okay, if we're gonna do it right, we're gonna have a platter with little cuts of meat and cheese, and then a glass of wine. Just moving it around.
Are you
gonna
pay
a
for
little bit of
it?
lemon? And you know what? I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is actually. Wait, isn't there like a winery like we have a tour of, and then they give out like samples and stuff?
Yeah, you could have a tour of a winery. That's cool. That'd be nice to do.
Unless we just get the cheap one, just take it back home, put it in the fridge, and get one of those cheap platters.
You know what? I think that's probably better. Less money.
Okay.
True.
Okay, guys, come on.
What?
If you like wine, let us know. Leave them down in the comment if you like wine. Any recommendations?
Or if you're like me, don't drink at all. Let us know too.
Hello. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you want us to react to any more internet story, please leave it down in the comment section below. And we'll just get right onto that when we get to it. And if you want us to react to any other things other than that, please leave it down in the description below. And we'll get to that too.
Description.
And please leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. Stay cranky.